Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to my YouTube channel. I'm just saying though, you guys, if you have the time, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. Today I wanted to talk about Ahmaud Arbery, the Georgia man who was killed while he was jogging. I wanted to talk about the double standards of Americans or in society in general. Some of y'all may know this, some of y'all may not. I live out in the country and we are big on Western movies. And I see the double standards of how shoot 'em up movies for Western movies is considered the bomb, like the coolest thing. My mom, she likes watching Big Jake, Big Valley, Bonanza, The Rifleman. And those are considered shoot 'em up movies, right? Because in every one of these movies, somehow men are shot playing cards. They're shot out in the streets, and that is celebrated. But whenever black people do that and we make a movie, it's considered a thug movie. It's not considered a shoot 'em up movie, but when it's a Western movie, it is. Think about it. Compare the two movies. You could have Boys in the Hood, Big Jake. You can have Big Valley, or you can have Juice. They don't have similar premises, but they end up being some type of way of a shoot 'em up movie. But one is considered ethnic, urban, and thuggish, while the other one is considered just a shoot 'em up movie. 310 to Yuma. I love that movie. But essentially, it's about robbing the the train for money, or transporting Ben Wade, the biggest known gunslinger at the time, in Western civilization at the time. But it's still a movie that is celebrated, and it's still a shoot 'em up movie. They make a lot of shoot 'em up Western movies, and it is considered a good thing. Now, my argument, besides that double standard, is that's the way that people treated things then, but it was still celebrated. And the way that society looked at urban or ethnic people for doing the same thing, it is frowned upon. No one thinks twice about shooting people up in those Western movies. But how dare we do the same thing in our own movies, in our menace to society? It's frowned upon. Some people cannot look at us as having the same type of equality as they do. They have to give us bad names, because how dare we be on the same playing field? They never want the field to be equal. Someone in society always needs somebody to look down upon or frown upon. And the things that we do, even if it's the same thing, is frowned upon in one culture and celebrated in another. The difference is the people, the McMichaels that showed up and hunted Arbery down, they thought it was fine to do that because they've seen it done in a lot of Western movies. And again, it's celebrated. When we've seen movies where people hunt people down, that's normally the lynch mob. Not the lynch mob, the rap group, but the lynch mob coming to attack someone, and they think nothing of it because that's what they are used to doing. Many people, or many movies, and people in general have always felt the need to take the law into their own hands, and no one thought twice about it because they've always done it and they've always gotten away with it. That's why the father knew he could say the right words and they would get away with it. He already knew what to say. I feared for my life. Self-defense. Because they've been able to manipulate the system to work for them. And they know it. You guys, that's really all I wanted to talk about today. The double standards. There's always going to be a double standard with men, women, and black and brown, and then the whites. There's always a double standard. One is celebrated and one is frowned upon. They could both do the same thing, but they will never see that they are equal. They will never see us as equal. You guys, again, that's all I have to say about that. I just want y'all to think about that. How is there a difference? If we are made in God's image, and we should all be celebrated and loved for the people who claim to love God. He didn't say no one is unequal to him. You know, we're all equal in God's eyes, but society always needs someone to look down on. You guys, again, thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the like button and share. I like talking about things that people don't like to talk about. This makes things a little bit more out in the open, and it should make it at some point easier for people to talk about. Again, thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.